Hey, Nightmare here. So, for quite a while, Monster Hunter Rise hasn't been getting any updates, and a lot of the Monster Hunter fans seems to think that Monster Hunter Rise honeymoon phase is over, especially how Capcom has been dropping a lot of updates in Monster Hunter stories too. Let's just assume that Capcom is probably working on a bigger update, and it's usually what we call the ultimate version. In this video, I listed down 10 monsters I personally like, or rather wish to be added in the ultimate version. Again, this is not official and it's unlikely that the monsters I'll be mentioning will be added in the game. Okay? So first off, Silverwind Nargacuga. For this one, I do enjoy the normal Nargacuga. Glad that it's added in Monster Hunter Rise, but I want to see the Deviant version. Because you know, the other versions like Soulseer Mitsune and Thunderlord Zinogre, I like them, and I just wish that they added Silverwind Nargacuga in the ultimate version, especially how it has attacks like when it whips its tail, it has this like air blades that goes right in through you, almost like a Rasen Shuriken, something like that. So it's really crazy, and I want to see that in Monster Hunter Rise Ultimate. And also that air blade, it causes like this bleeding ailment, which is really tricky, so you'll really have to be careful. So just imagine how the fight would be. So imagine like the air blade will go upwards because you're doing the wire bug, and it will hit you and you'll get like this bleeding ailment. So it's gonna be a tricky fight, and I'd be interested to see Silverwind Nargacuga in Monster Hunter Rise Ultimate. So the next one is Bolt Reaver Astalos, and this one is one of the challenging monsters I've fought, and I was hoping to see this in Monster Hunter World or like in Rise, but sadly not. But then again, I guess it holds like the G rank title, wherein this guy is crazy, like really aggressive. So imagine your normal like Astalos supercharge, and then it will like throw into you like some energy blades, some electrical lightning balls that are really fast, you know, almost hit you most of the time. And then there's this like electrical move wherein it will suck you in and it will dive right into you. It's a really aggressive monster, and I really wish to see this in Monster Hunter Rise Ultimate. Oh man, I'm excited about this one. So this one is the Hellblade Glavenus. So if you think acidic Glavenus or the normal Glavenus in Monster Hunter World is memorable enough, man, think again once you face like the Hellblade Glavenus. This guy, when it strikes its tail into you, you think you dodge it. No, there's a delay, and that delay is an explosion. Imagine Brachydia's explosion, but it's on its tail. That's how dangerous it is, you know. And the other thing is, once you dodge the first tail swipe, dude, there's a second one. First time facing it, I was surprised like there was a second tail swipe, and man, that killed me. So this guy is a really memorable fight for me. It was really hard during G rank, and I just wish they have this back on Monster Hunter Rise Ultimate. The next one is not a deviant monster, but a monster back in 4 Ultimate. It's not Kormagala, it's Seregios. I think Seregios would be a good monster in Monster Hunter Rise Ultimate, especially like how it can maneuver really well in the air. So like when you're doing your wire bug around him, and then technically he will just swoop down or like throw a spike into you, or its scales rather. Yeah, he'll definitely put up a good fight, especially like when you're not looking into him. He's gonna claw into you, so you'll start getting shredded into pieces. And you definitely don't want that. So Seregios, I think, will be a good monster in the ultimate version. Oh man, the next one is Pickle Boy, also known as Devil Joe. Some of you may like him, some don't. I do. I like him. And since we already have Rajang, like the base game of Rise, I just wish like Devil Joe can put up a good fight in like the ultimate version. That guy's really menacing as I faced him in Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. That guy is really dangerous. So I do wish that Devil Joe will show up in like the ultimate version, really put up a good fight. It has attacks like the Dragon Breath. It's really long range, and especially like when it starts chomping you, when it's hungry, it's gonna give you an armor down. When it's enraged, it'll be a lot aggressive into you. It starts punishing you by stomping you. You won't be able to move, and the next thing you'll know, you'll just end up hearting, you know. So that guy is atrociously hard to fight in G rank. Then again, you have the Warbug mechanic, so I'm curious how the fight would be. And yeah, Devil Joe is one of the monsters I just wish in the ultimate version. The next one is Zamtrios. So Zamtrios is, to me, I find it unique because it's like a shark slash toad, and when it's enraged, it will have this ice coating on its body, so it starts to harden and you'll have a hard time breaking it into pieces. And once you broke it into pieces, it will turn into a chubby shark, like a rounded shark, and will crush you with its whole body. He can also eat you, so to me he has this quirky fight, and I really wish to see this in the ultimate version. The next one is from Monster Hunter World Iceborne, Banbaro. So Banbaro to me was an interesting fight. So I think of Banbaro as like the Anteka king. So Anteka is like the deer. So Banbaro can pretty much like wreck you with its horns, throws you boulders, or even like huge logs, like rams it into you. So to me, fighting him back in Iceborne is really fun, and I do wish to see him back in Monster Hunter Rise Ultimate. So the last three monsters that I'll be mentioning, they aren't from the mainline game, but they are from Monster Hunter Frontier. So I do wish to see them in the mainline game, especially how Frontier, you know, the service has closed down, and it's pretty sad that we won't be able to, you know, get an experience of fighting these monsters. So I do just wish that he'll be in the mainline game in the near future. So this next monster is Cenoceres. So Cenoceres is basically a wyvern, a water wyvern that throws water beams or water orbs around you. It's really aggressive. I think this guy looks like a bat. So I'm really interested to see this monster in the mainline game, and I think it originated from Monster Hunter Frontier Z. Second to the last, we have Nono and Camu Orogadon. So they are a fang beast. So when you hunt them, I believe they work like a pair. So it's quite similar to Rathalos Rathian or like Teostra and Lunastra. So they work together, and then they have these attacks like the Wind Blast and then the Spikes, and then if one dies, I think the other one starts to howl and, you know, shed some tears like because the other one died. So I think both of them would be a great fight in the ultimate version, and maybe they could have like a enhanced version of their movesets, or like they could carry over some of their movesets in like the Frontier. I know that sounds a lot because it's pretty crazy what's happening in the Frontier version, but I think they could pack in a good fight in the G rank version. Okay, the last monster that we have is Inagami. So Inagami is an elder dragon of Monster Hunter Frontier G5, if I'm correct about that one. So this one is really unique, that's why I added this in the list, and I think it blends well with the Monster Hunter Rise theme, wherein it uses bamboo as a weapon. What? So it grows a pair of bamboo on its body and it manipulates it around itself. So it can grow a pair of wings by its bamboo, and it can coat itself with healing substance. And that healing substance, while in its body, after a while it would evaporate and cause an explosion that causes a hunter to sleep. So there's a lot of quirky stuff about this Elder Dragon, and I think that seeing like this monster in the mainline series would be really interesting, you know. So those are my 10 monsters that I wish that they'll be added on Monster Hunter Rise Ultimate. Of course, most of them wouldn't be added. I don't know, maybe the devs have something else in mind that's much better than these choices that I have. So yeah, let me know what sort of monster would you like to see in the Ultimate version of Rise. Is it from the Frontier or the one in the older generations? So let me know, comment down below what monster that is. Share some story there, I'd love to read them. Till then, I'll see you on the next one.